How's it going, guys? John with David here, the 2018 Harley-Davidson Iron 1200. I want to show you guys how to adjust the clutch on this bike, not only at the cable but also at the hub. So before we get into it, let's go ahead and look at the tools you're going to need for the job. So not very many tools. You need a 1/2 inch wrench, a 9/16 inch wrench. This is a T27 Torx T-handle, and a small flathead screwdriver. This is an 1/8. So now you know what you need. Let's go ahead and start. Alright, so we're going to start by loosening the clutch cable itself. We're looking at it right here, left side of the bike. It is attached to the down tube of the frame by 2 clamps. One here, and the adjustment is underneath this accordion style boot. So let's go ahead and remove those clamps, slide the boot up, and we're going to loosen the clutch cable all the way. Alright, so we got the cable loosened all the way. Here's your jam nut. This is the adjuster. This is the 9/16. This is a 1/2 inch. Just thread it all the way up so you see no more thread, and you will have free play in your clutch lever. So now we're going to go to the actual clutch hub. We're going to start by removing the derby cover. So let's go over there. Alright, we're at the primary on the left side, looking at the derby cover held together by these 6 bolts. This is where your T27 Torx comes into play. We're going to remove these, pull the derby cover off, and that's how we get access to adjust the clutch at the hub, which is directly behind here. So let's go ahead and remove those 6 bolts. Alright, with the derby cover off, you're going to remove the hex lock plate with spring. It just pulls right off. And then you have access to the adjuster. So we'll go clockwise, loosen it up. And the adjustment is you go counterclockwise until you feel resistance and then back off a 1/4 turn. Before we do the final adjustment, I like to go and hit resistance, go a little bit past, back off and do that a few times just to make sure that you're not getting a false reading in case there are any burrs in there. So once we do that a few times, we know we're not getting any burrs. It's a positive reading. We'll back off and we'll do our final adjustment. Counterclockwise, feel resistance. Then you go clockwise to back off a 1/4 turn. And that's adjusted at the hub now. So you're going to throw the lock plate back on. And we'll install the derby cover. And then we'll move it to the clutch cable. Okay, with the clutch hub adjusted, we're going to adjust the cable. You do that by adjusting the cable adjuster clockwise until slack is eliminated. You're going to want 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch of free play up at the clutch cable where it butts up against the bracket. So we'll show you what that is here in a minute. You want to check that up at the clutch lever before you tighten the jam nut because you might need to come back down and adjust. So let's check it up there and we'll go from there. Alright, we're at the clutch lever. This is where you want 1/16 to 1/8 of free play when pulling on the clutch cable. Lighting is a little bad, but you can see there. So once you get this where you need it to be, you're going to go back down and tighten that jam nut, and you're done. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, with our gap between 1/16 and 1/8, we're going to go ahead and tighten the jam nut down. Pull the cover back and clip it back to the frame, and then our job is complete. So let's go ahead and do that. So there you go. That's how you adjust the clutch at the cable as well as the hub on a 2018 Harley-Davidson Iron 1200. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you next time.